Good evening, I'm Daniel Sparkman in for Claire Huddleston tonight. Thank you for joining us. We start with developing news from Washington. Just about 2 hours ago, members of the U.S. Senate voted down the latest House Republican proposal to cut spending and increase the federal debt ceiling. That means Boehner's bill is dead unless Democrats decide to take it up again. This latest development has set up a weekend of negotiations. Congress has to raise the country's debt ceiling by Tuesday or risk an unprecedented default. The debt ceiling debate continues to focus more on talk than action. With just 4 days until the deadline, the House and Senate are voting on their own plans to help the government avoid default, and President Obama says the power to solve this is in our hands. Emily Schmidt has more from Washington on what's next.
Tonight, after days of vote wrangling and unexpected delays, Speaker John Boehner got the House to pass his bill to raise the debt ceiling, and he did so defiantly.
I stuck my neck out a mile to try to get an agreement with the President of the United States. Put something on the table. Tell us where you are.
Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid has said he doesn't want the bill the House is sending his way. It includes a $900 billion short-term increase in the debt ceiling and calls for the House and Senate to approve a balanced budget amendment before raising the limit a second time. Senator Reid plans to introduce a bill of its own with a longer-term debt increase.
Time, Mr. President, is short, and that is an understatement.
At the White House, President Obama insisted there are still plenty of ways to find an answer.
This is not a situation where the two parties are miles apart.
But seemingly not close together either. The president criticized Speaker Boehner's bill. The Senate's top Republican criticized Democrats.
Republicans have been doing the hard work of governing this week. It's about time our Democratic friends joined us.
Declining markets show worries about what could happen if the U.S. can't borrow more money beginning Tuesday, including potential higher interest rates on everything from student loans to mortgages.
The administration says it will work with Republicans and Democrats all weekend to come up with a solution. It's now been nearly a week since all sides negotiated at the same table. In Washington, I'm Emily Schmidt.
Now, the state of Alabama is making plans to protect itself in case Congress does fail to reach an agreement on the debt ceiling extension. Governor Robert Bentley's administration is closely monitoring the debt issue and has department heads taking steps to protect the state. Steps such as quickly bringing in any federal funding that may be owed to the state of Alabama and its agencies and prioritizing payments to protect the most essential government services. Huntsville, in particular, is watching the debt debate because about half of their economy is tied to the Army, NASA, and Redstone Arsenal. In our Crime Watch tonight, a bank robbery occurred around 4 o'clock today at the Bank of Tuscaloosa in Cottondale. Tuscaloosa police responded to the scene where we're told that the suspect is a female wearing a male disguise. The white female was described as having a drawn-on beard. After leaving with an undisclosed amount of money, the suspect left the scene in a maroon car. The Tuscaloosa police and FBI are investigating the case, and according to police, the FBI strongly believe the suspect is also responsible for the bank robbery in Brookwood last week. Officer Brent Blankley of the Tuscaloosa Police says the Brookwood robber had the same disguise as the suspect in today's case.
What she wore coming in was identical to those clothes, which is a long sleeve flannel shirt and blue jeans. All the descriptions matched and had the same MO as that person as well.
Now, if you have any information regarding this crime, please call Crime Stoppers, the FBI office, or the Tuscaloosa Police Department. With a first look at Alabama's home team forecast, here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Richard?
Hey, Daniel, good Friday night, too. Temps are still very mild out there. Mild and muggy, kind of humid out there. 80 degrees Tuscaloosa. A bit cooler to the north. Haydenville and Coleman, low to mid 70s right now. Some rain-cooled air to the north. And temperatures over the weekend, yeah, buddy, it's going to be hot. Temperatures in the mid-90s on Saturday and Sunday. The heat index values approach 105 at times. And you see the rain in there. Don't let that scare you. It's going to be the hit-or-miss thunderstorms, mainly afternoon activity. Saturday and Sunday, if it rains your neck of the woods, it might last 30 minutes or so. Then the rain will pass on by. What about the rest of the forecast and the latest on Tropical Storm Don, which has now been downgraded to Tropical Depression? What about the rest of the tropics? Home team weather is coming up.
Thanks, Richard. The town of Moundville is making a lot of changes to its downtown area, and city officials say it's all meant to help people have a new view of the Hale County community. WVUA's Sarah Chovnick has more.
You think of Moundville as a place that's got the mounds and then that town beside it, to Moundville where you see the mounds, but you see Moundville.
To do this, Mayor Joshua Wyatt has put plans in motion to revitalize the city. Wyatt says the first thing that needed to be fixed was the center of it all, City Hall.
You have individuals who come in, who pay their water bills, who pay their business license, who come in and do business inside of City Hall. And it was really a very depressing, a very nasty place to come do business inside of. It was just dilapidated.
Carpets, walls, and desks were replaced before the town took on the task of constructing a brand new library.
The library itself, and I mean as a whole, a library entity is changing from a place of checking out books to more of a social media center. And so we wanted to change with it.
Wyatt says many city residents do not have access to the internet at home, and they found that most residents are using the library's computers to send resumes and job applications. Moundville recently received approval from officials in Montgomery along with Aldott to create a parkway running through the heart of the city.
The main thing is to get our economy back where it needs to be at. That's what everyone's trying to do across the state. That's what every state is trying to do across the union, and that's what the United States government is trying to do now.
Wyatt believes having the flow of traffic will boost revenue in the city and will help boost the economy. In Moundville, Sarah Chofnick, WVUA News.
The mayor says the town is also hoping to break ground on a new playground in January. The Tuscaloosa Amphitheater has had a hot lineup of performers this summer, and now they're bringing a cool combination of music acts to the fall. The newest addition is R&B singer Jill Scott. She will be performing with special guest Anthony Hamilton. You see the two of them here in the music video for their duet So in Love from Scott's album The Light of the Sun. Their performance is scheduled for Friday, October 7th. Tickets will be on sale starting Saturday, August 20th. But today, tickets went on sale for Prairie Home Companion Concert. The concert will be Friday, September 9th at the Amphitheater. Featured performers include Garrison Keller, Sarah Watkins, Fred Newman, and Rich Dworsky, and the Guys All-Star Shoe Band. You can buy tickets for that concert from the Tuscaloosa Amphitheater box office or online at Ticketmaster.com. And there's a Tornado Survivor benefit concert tomorrow night featuring a George Jones and Tammy Wynette tribute band. The concert's going to be held at the Bama Theater in downtown Tuscaloosa. The band features Shane Collins and Margot Anderson performing as George and Tammy. The concert is filled with country music hits and down-home humor. A silent auction for a specially created Tornado guitar will be before the concert. All proceeds from the concert and silent auction will be donated to the Red Cross of West Alabama. The tickets for the show are $15 and $20. You can buy them tomorrow at the Bama Theater starting at 9 a.m. or you could buy them online from www.brownpapertickets.com. Bicycle enthusiasts from all over the country are gearing up for the hottest bike race in the South. The Hot 100 is a 103-mile bicycle race with several different routes throughout Tuscaloosa. Today, organizers held registration for the over 300 cyclists. Race directors say the race will benefit the Tuscaloosa Mental Health Task Force as well as the Druid City Bike Club. They urge drivers to watch for bikes tomorrow and be courteous of cyclists on the road. The race starts at 7 a.m. and will start at and end at the UA Recreation Center. Ride coordinator Stephen Secor says bicyclists of all skill levels can register and take part in the ride.
This is a ride which people of all kind of stages of riding and abilities could ride in. We have one distance that's only about 26, 27 miles, which is kind of out and back. And we have other distances that are a 36-mile loop, a 51-mile loop, a 73-mile loop, and a 103-mile loop. So it's, whatever your level is in riding, you could take part in this event.
The cyclists will be on Campus Drive and University Boulevard between downtown Tuscaloosa and the university campus tomorrow. If you plan to be traveling on these roads, please use caution.